Então eu vou ler um excerto de um livro chamado A Time to Kill, do Sr. John Grisham. Ele escreve aquilo que se chama courtroom dramas, que são romances de tribunal, policiais. Vou começar por ler o resumo da história e depois então vou ler uma parte de um episódio. Só uma nota. A parte que eu vou ler contém uma palavra ofensiva, ok? Mas o que lá está, eu vou ler como está. Começando com o resumo. There are crimes of blood, and there are crimes which are just crimes. The people of Clinton, Mississippi have no doubt as to which is which when Carly Haley guns down the hoodlums who have raped his 10-year-old child. There are crimes of race and creed and color. And so, when people outside of Clinton hear that a black man has killed 2 whites, the town is filled with an angry mob determined to tear down, burn, and destroy anything and everyone that opposes them. And there are cases which can make or break the career of a young lawyer. And such a case is the defense of Carly Haley to Jake Brigands. In the maelstrom that has become Clinton, he'll do anything to defend his client, his case, and ultimately his life and the lives of his family. Now, the episode. The cross was a small one, 9 feet long and 4 feet wide, made to fit inconspicuously in the long bed of a pickup. Much larger crosses were used for the rituals, but the small ones worked better in the nocturnal raids into residential areas. They were not used often, or often enough, according to their builders. In fact, it had been many years since one had been used in Ford County. The last one was planted in the yard of a nigger accused of raping a white woman. Several hours before dawn on Monday morning, the cross was lifted quietly and quickly from the pickup and thrust into a 10-inch, freshly dug slot in the front yard of the quaint Victorian house on Adams Street. A small torch was thrown at the foot of the cross, and in seconds it was in flames. The pickup disappeared into the night and stopped at a payphone at the edge of town, where a call was placed to the dispatcher. Moments later, Deputy Marshal Prater turned down Adams and instantly saw the blazing cross in Jake's front yard. He turned into the driveway and parked behind the Sahab. He punched the doorbell and stood on the porch watching the flames. It was almost 3:30. He punched it again. Adams was dark and silent, except for the glow of the cross and the snapping and crackling of the wood burning 50 feet away. Finally, Chuck stumbled through the front door and froze, wild-eyed and stunned, next to the deputy. The two stood side by side on the porch, mesmerized not only by the burning cross, but by its purpose. "Morning, Jake," Prater finally said without looking from the fire. "Who did it?" Jake asked with a scratchy dry throat. "Don't know. They didn't leave a name, just called and told us about it." "When did they call?" 15 minutes ago. Jake ran his fingers through his hair in an effort to keep it from blowing wild in the soft breeze. "How long will it burn?" he asked, knowing Prater knew as little or even less than he about burning crosses. "No telling. Probably soaked in kerosene. Smells like it anyway. Might burn for a couple of hours. You want me to call a fire truck?" Jake looked up and down the street. Every house was silent and dark. "Nah, no need to wake everybody. Let it burn. It won't hurt anything, will it? It's your yard." Prater never moved. just stood there, hands in his pockets, his belly hanging over his belt. Ain't had one of these in a long time around here. Last one I remember was in Caraway, 1967. You remember? Yeah, I was in high school. We drove out and watched it burn. What was that nigger's name? Robinson, something Robinson. Said he raped Velma Thayer. Did he? Asked Prater. The jury thought so. He's in parchment, chopping cotton for the rest of his life. Prater seemed satisfied. Let me get Carla, Jake mumbled as he disappeared. He returned with his wife behind him. My God, Jake, who did it? Who knows? Is it the KKK? She asked. Must be, answered the deputy. I don't know anybody else who burns crosses, do you, Jake? Jake shook his head. I thought they left Fort County years ago, said Prater. Looks like they're back, said Jake. Carla stood frozen, her hand over her mouth, terrified. The glow of the fire reddened her face. Do something, Jake. Put it out. Jake watched the fire and again glanced up and down the street. The snapping and popping grew louder and the orange flames reached higher into the night. For a moment, he hoped it would die quickly without being seen by anyone other than the three of them, and that it would simply go away and be forgotten and no one in Clanton would ever know. Then he smiled at his foolishness. Prater grunted, and it was obvious he was tired of standing on the porch. Say, Jake, I don't mean to bring this up, but according to the papers, they got the wrong lawyer. That true? I guess they can't read, Jake muttered. Probably not. Tell me, Prater, do you know of any active Klan members in this county? Not a one. Got some in the southern part of the state, but none around here. Not that I know of. FBI told us the Klan was a thing of the past. That's not very comforting. Why not? Because these guys, if they're Klan members, are not from around here. Visitors from parts unknown. It means they're serious. Don't you think, Prater? I don't know. I'd worry more if it was local people working with the Klan. Could mean the Klan's coming back. What does it mean, the cross? Carla asked the deputy. It's a warning. Means stop what you're doing, or the next time you'll do more than burn a little wood. They used these things for years to intimidate whites who were sympathetic to niggers and all that civil rights crap. If the whites didn't stop their nigger loving, then violence followed. Bombs, dynamite, beatings, even murder. But that was a long time ago, I thought. In your case, it's their way of telling Jake to stay away from Haley. But since he ain't Haley's lawyer no more, I don't know what it means. Go check on Hannah, Jake said to Carla, who went inside.